Okay, here's the fire protection plan. Real quick, good. We show the water lines. We might fade them back a little bit. They're going to be super dark. Maybe change it to a color one, and then just label the water line something basic, whatever the water is. Just with a water line label or something. The other one, let's go ahead and rotate this. Rotate the orientation and how you do that. And unlock the screen, DView. There, and then just select a little bit of everything, and then twist is the command, and you can rotate this. Probably something horizontal. This direction makes the most sense. Just try to get it as straight as possible there, and then I always lock that screen back. Then you can kind of stretch it and play with it and make it all fit. But the whole point of this is to play by the rules over here in the legend. Basically, here is our existing fire hydrant. We need to call that out, and then so you have truck or hose layer, truck pull, and hand pull. And basically, you need to be with the hand pull within 150 feet of any corner of the building, and 300 feet from the fire hydrant with any fire lane. So with that being said, you're going to go from this fire hydrant into the property here. That's giving, let's change space. That's giving, all right, come on, change space. That is 169 feet there, and then so the idea is, from there on, can we be 150 feet to any corner of the building? So the furthest corner you're going to be concerned about is going to be probably this guy over here, and that is 104 feet. So it's going to look like you're good there. I would check this one here. 129, so you're also good there. So the important thing about this is basically anywhere with this hose lay, and I would maximize it, right? So I'd max out these to be 150, and then find your point where I can move this back, because anything with this hose truck pull in it is going to have to be fire lane. So you're going to have to dedicate, all this area here along, do it along that curve thing. That's going to be a fire lane. And then one thing that's important about these fire lanes is that if they are over 150 foot in length, you've got to do a turnaround, and we want to avoid that, obviously, because we don't have room for a turnaround here. So you're only 80 feet there, so you should be good. So the truck can go in and back out. And then I've got here, this is 21005. This is basically the go-by that you should use. Same thing, to kind of make everything look the way it should and label it the way it should. So hose pull, hand pull, furthest corner of the buildings, there's your line types. Here's how we show our fire lane. And then, of course, we get the distance to show that it's not over 150 feet. And then, show a distance width-wise. One thing they do want to see is these line labels around the boundary. So we'll have to get the line label and the curve, the line table. I don't think you have any curves. And then, the legend, everything should be the same. And that should be about it for your fire protection plan. Okay, let's quickly go over the dimensional control plan. So basically this is more of a construction type of plan. So we need to be able to call out anything that the contractor's going to need to be able to construct this properly. So I've got a go-by right here of the 210005 and what we need to do. So the important part of this obviously is going to be kind of our, this one doesn't have curb, it's just concrete, but the returns, the points along there, so you can see on the go-by how we got to do the points. One thing we do on anything flat work, concrete, parking, curb kind of thing, we like to start the points at the 500 number, and then building corner points will start at 100. For yours, obviously you'll need all the points of the concrete, this red line here, drive and parking areas. On the buildings, you probably just need maybe two points on each, so maybe this corner, that corner, that corner, and so on. We don't show any utilities on this plan, so go ahead and freeze off all the utilities. Again, rotate this view per the last video. And then, so what we do is we label the lengths and radius or radii of any of the kind of area and call out, um, you know, pertinent information. You don't really have sidewalks or anything associated with this. And maybe this is a little bit of a sidewalk area, so maybe we do call that out. I'm sorry. Sidewalk to the entrance of these things. Building distances is good. Maybe some distances back here. Definitely distance of the width. The way we do the lengths along curves, we use some smart labels here. And you'll see, these lengths here. So it's just a smart general line label with a distance only. And if that style happens to not be in your drawing currently, again, when you have a go by open, going into your tool space, into your settings, when you're in that master view and you find the drawing that's got the line label that you want, these are going to be general label styles, line. Here's the distance only. Go ahead and drop it in there. It's already in there, so that's okay. You may have to do some updating to the style itself. Sometimes they come in at a different size than what we like to show them. These are all 0.06 in the size. It's pretty simple. So if I click on the label properties up here, label style, and then edit that label style there, I can kind of manipulate that whole label, general, what layer it's on, that kind of stuff, what color it comes out to be, the size, I want that 0.06 size, and then of course, precision, anything like that. If I click here, general segment length 0.01. So these are important because you're going to show them throughout. The other one that is actually not in your go by is going to be calling out the radius, and we do those with basically curve tags. So let's see if we have an annotate, add label, lining curve. Let's see if our style's in here. It doesn't look like it is, so we might have to find a drawing that's going to have that curve tag in it. I didn't mean to switch over there. Let's see if our other drawing has it or not. This is a general label styles. This time we're looking for curve, and it doesn't. We'll have to find one for you to label the curves, and then do a curve table of all the different curves. Again, we all need the points, so same thing. You need to generate some points. These are just general AutoCAD points at all the different returns. So not necessarily. Well, yeah, go ahead and put it. Point. Anytime we have a return point, point, so on and so forth, all the way around, and then of course the building as well. That would be pretty much that. Giving some dimensions, like we talked about, and that's kind of a wrap. Calling out, proposed concrete drive aisle, that kind of stuff. Calling out also on our detail sheet the detail number that we're going by. Yeah, and obviously taking off, freezing back all the utilities. We don't want to show any utilities here. You can kind of see the points the way we like to see them. Dimensional control. This is all pretty much the same. Your benchmarks. I went ahead and saved your benchmarks. Design survey. This text file right here has all your benchmarks, so you can import those points and then go ahead and update the information here. The parking table. This is from the Municode. So I found the code here. We're going to go with this dwelling. Oh, what happened? Ooh. Hold on, let's go back. There's some issues there. There we go. So dwelling, one family. Actually, dwelling one family attached for townhomes, kind of like townhomes, and then so here are your requirements right there. Obviously, there's not a maximum, but you got to have at least one parking per unit, and I believe that's what we're going to provide. It's basically a garage. I believe it's actually 2-car parking, but let's assume one for now. So you'll update this information, and this would be the dwelling that we saw. Permitted use, townhome, whatever. Minimum space 1 per unit, maximum space not available, and then you have to do your kind of stuff here, professional office, square footage that, that doesn't really pertain to you. Minimum required vehicle spaces will be 1 per unit, or the total of, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maximum allowable is NA provided vehicle spaces. You're going to have 4. Actually, I believe there are 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8 is what you'll have. 88. This isn't going to be applicable to you, so you can get rid of that stuff. But other than that, that's pretty much it on the dimensional control plan. Again, I got to get you a curve tag, a drawing with the curve tag label, so you can do that, and you should be good from there.